the virtual workspace, there are still challenges that come with it. And some of the challenges that has come with it is that the level of communication technology tools and skills that we have. So if an organization has not invested enough in the communication technology tools, for instance, if you've only been used to using email, and maybe that is the only form of technology that you use to communicate, then of course you are not able to tap in, to the full, you're not able to collaborate with your team members, at optimum levels. And then of course also there is the skills of using these tools. So I think many of us have had to, learn how to conduct a Zoom meeting or conduct a Zoom training. So, the skills, depending on the level of skills of your team members, it can either be a limitation, or you might find that you are in a good place. So that is a challenge. The other challenge is self-leadership skills. So working from home or working virtually, because you are not all in the same office environment where your supervisor is able to see what you are doing, then it requires your team members, to have stronger self-leadership skills so that they're able to carry out their tasks, as required with minimal supervision. So where the self-leadership skills are weak, of course, you find that the output is not as good as expected. The other challenge is emotional intelligence. In a virtual workspace, the team leader requires a higher degree of emotional intelligence to be able to know how your staff are doing, without the benefit of being able to read their body language like you would in a face-to-face meeting. And so leaders are finding that emotional intelligence comes into play, and it's very critical in leading a virtual team. And we'll be looking at how we can improve our emotional intelligence a little bit later. Then team cohesion. So if you had not worked together as a team for a considerable period of time before you proceeded to work virtually, you may find that there are teething problems in terms of building trust within the team. Or you might find that just being able to understand how the other person, the other team members operate may take some time in a virtual workspace, and we'll be looking at how we can build on that team cohesion. And then the other challenge is negative norms can go undetected. What I mean by negative norms is that, for instance, which is something that may occur in a virtual workspace, is what we call social loafing. So social loafing is where you find that a team member does not carry out his or her responsibility and is joyriding on others. So because they are not in a physical workspace where the supervisor can be able to easily detect their individual contribution, then they can easily joyride on others, especially if the team has a single output that goes out to the client. So those are norms that can easily go undetected. So we'll be looking at how we can overcome some of these norms.